Have you ever come across a geode like this before? This rare find, with 4 sections fused into one, came from an incredible rockhounding adventure in the Arizona desert. Today I'm polishing it to reveal those beautiful patterns in just 5 minutes. If you haven't seen my Arizona rockhounding adventure, where I found this unique piece, be sure to check it out after this. What's the most unique geode you've ever discovered? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more lapidary tips and tutorials. Alright, let's get this started. But first, don't forget about safety. So this is going to be the half that we're going to be working on today. As you can tell, I kind of jumped the gun unfortunately on that. So this is the other half right here. Basically all I'm going to do is take a big old Sharpie or some kind of marking device and just add some lines to it, random spots. And the reason why I do this on a flat surface is so that way I make sure it's completely level and flat and we don't have any imperfections in it. Once all these little lines are gone, we'll know we have a nice perfect flat surface. So the goal here is to make sure we have all these black lines grinded away. And to do this, we're just going to slap this down. This is going to be the loudest step, especially on this 60 grit diamond disc. Oh boy, it gets really loud, guys. But here we go. Let's take a quick look at this. That is looking pretty cool. Nice and flat and flush. But there's this little black marker right here that we got to knock out. You can see how it kind of dips downward. That must have been a little defect in the tile saw cut right there. So we'll spend a little bit more time. We've almost got it fully abraded away. This was such a cool find. All right, before we move on to the 180 grit diamond disc, I like to do one more thing. These edges are razor sharp, and we definitely don't want that, especially if we're gonna be handling this down the road. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly bevel these off real quick. And to do that, we're just gonna kind of angle it at a 90-degree angle and just kind of rotate it around just like so. Just that simple. And now you can see we've got a nice beveled edge around here, and if you're handling it, you're not going to get cut by that razor sharp edge that we once had just a moment ago. Let's go ahead and move on to that 180 grit diamond disc. All we're going to do is just keep this rock moving around. We don't want to keep it at any one spot for too long. Here we go. Okay, what have we got here? That is nice and smooth. Oh, just beautiful. This is a good spot to just take your time. You might want to run this for just a little while. Make sure you get out all those imperfections because right now we are moving on to the brown disc. And with the brown disc installed, I'm going to let this water soak into it just a little bit since it is not a diamond disc. Still feels a little bit dry. Sometimes help it out by adding a little bit of water into it. There we go. That is good. So again, the same thing as the last time. We're just going to keep this rock moving around. At this step, we should start to see a nice, beautiful matte finish start to form on this thing as we get closer to the final aluminum oxide. Oh boy, let's do this. I'm super excited. All right, wow. It's a little bit wet, but you can definitely see we are starting to get some beautiful color starting to pop. Wow, this is super cool. Let's move on to the final aluminum oxide step, guys. All right, my friends, this is where all the magic begins. I've got here the aluminum oxide pad installed. I've got my distilled water. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz a little bit on here like so. Get that pad wet, but I don't want it to be too wet where it's just spraying out everywhere. And for this step, we're going to do the exact same thing that we've been doing all the other steps, except for we're going to barely let this thing touch. No pressure at all, just let it glide around and let the pad do all the work. Here we go. I could feel it start to grip right here, so let's go take a look. Oh boy, this is the reveal time, and wow, look at that shine and those colors. Oh, this is just absolutely beautiful. Wow. And I've gone through and polished up both sides, so now we've got our original geode and we open them up. Look at that. Is that awesome or what? Wow, this was such a cool find. And there you have it, guys, this rare 4-in-1 geode, fully polished and looking absolutely beautiful. If you enjoyed this quick polish, don't miss my rockhounding adventure video where I found this incredible piece. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till next time.